name is Albert Ramon. I am the chief meteorologist at a company, a cable network called News Nation based in Chicago. My job as chief meteorologist is to lead our weather team, and we cover weather that's happening now and what's going to be happening in the days to come in all 50 states. And I'll do weather updates during our afternoon and evening broadcast. And it's an awesome job. It's something that I've always wanted to do since second grade.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know it was like since like young. What made you get into science, into that science field?
Right. Ever since I was a little kid, there was just something that kind of just drove me to be interested in something as simple as, thunderstorms and hurricanes and tornadoes and clouds. That kind of interest as a young person, as a second grader, turned into, something even bigger as I became a teenager and went to high school. So then it was a no-brainer what I wanted to study when I went to college. And I had 2 degrees. I went to Mississippi State University, and that's where I got my broadcast meteorology degree. And then I went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That's where I got a communications degree.
Oh, so you used both of those degrees to like being on TV and then the reporting of being a meteorologist. Yeah,
exactly. One is more science-based. And believe it or not, a lot of people don't know this. There is a lot of math in forecasting weather in meteorology. Okay. The foundation of meteorology is actually calculus. So much math. And when I was about, your class age, not super strong in math. That was like the big thing I struggled with, especially going to college. And I think any kind of adversity that I had in college and trying to get over was really getting a hold of and learning calculus. And the reason why there's so much math in meteorology is if you think of the atmosphere where we are and going, 100,000 feet up in the sky in every direction, left, right, in front of us and behind us, you have to understand what the atmosphere is doing in kind of a 3-dimensional form. And that's why math is so important, to understand that, and also to try to figure out what the atmosphere is going to do in the next couple of hours or days. It's going to rain, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be hot or cold.
Right, like making those predictions based on the information that you have.
Right.
Now, I saw that you were the first Latino chief meteorologist at News Nation. What does that mean to you, and how is that a big accomplishment as being a Latino man?
Yeah, the only on national network, on national TV, the only chief meteorologist out there. It's very special. It's a pretty short list of anyone from the Latinx community to be in this field. It's growing, thankfully, especially amongst Latinas. There are more Latina meteorologists than there are Latino out there. So that's really great. We're starting to see a lot of the companies hire more and add more diversity into the TV stations, whether it be local where you are, where you watch like the local news, or on cable network. So it is very special to me. I know it comes with a lot of responsibility. I was lucky when I was growing up. I grew up near Corpus Christi, Texas, so south of San Antonio in South Texas along the coast. And there was a Latino meteorologist. His name was James Quiones, and that's who I watched when I was a kid. So it was like a no-brainer to me, like, well, if he can do it, I can totally do it. It was never, that's too big or whatever. And hopefully anyone who's interested in science, in particular meteorology, they, at least get a little bit of inspiration that, hey, if Albert can do it, I can too. So, it's super special, and I don't take it for granted at all.
Right. And what advice would you give to those kids, especially those interested in something that's like, if you said, like, just being interested in hurricanes and tornadoes and how they occur, like that interest so small, what advice do you give to them as they grow older?
Yeah, and I think the advice is for anybody, whether you're into science or not, you have another interest, that your goal right now, as you go through school and as you go through, eventually high school and college, your goal is to find something that you want to do. The cliche, what everyone says is, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of hard work, right? But the secret sauce is, when you're really into something, when you have a passion for something, you're putting in the hard work, but it doesn't feel like hard work. You want to be there. You want to learn. You want to be into it. So it's your goal to find something that makes you happy, brings you joy.
Right.
This job brings me joy. I like studying weather, but I love communicating weather. I love telling people what's going to happen this weekend, but I also like telling people when the weather is not good. Like,
Right.
you all have had a very crazy summer when it comes to flooding and tornadoes, and it's in those times when people are in great need that they're looking for, looking to you for advice on, do I need to get to the basement? Do I need to get to a bathroom and get away from windows and stuff? So it's I'd say like 80% of the time it's sunshine and rainbows, literally. But the other part where people are coming to you when they're kind of in a rough situation. So again, that's the secret. Hard work, but if you find something that you love, it doesn't feel like hard work. Number two, luck. There's always some luck being at the right place at the right time. Some call that blessings or divine intervention, whatever. And the third advice that I'd give you, and it doesn't matter, what field you choose or what you do, is if you can just go through life starting right now, being kind to others and being kind to yourself, being giving gratitude to your others, but also to yourself, you'll notice just things will just line up beautifully for you. So that's my biggest advice.
Thank you. That I feel like that will mean a lot to our students, and just seeing how you have been able to grow and reach this high achievement. Thank you so much for meeting with me to share this with my students. Be sure to show them this video, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Good luck to everybody. Have a good rest of the semester.